hold this. Don't forget to talk to the people. That's not in here yet. Go easy on the bones.
Hello, everybody. We a little bit different here. To those, if there is anybody in here, I cannot see. I've not got it set up yet, but we're gonna go help Randy get into his truck for the first time, and he is going to drive home by himself. Hey, Daryl, Olivia, huh? Randy decided he just no longer want to be here today.
Oh my God.
So he's going to leave about the time the live comes on. So we're going to get him in his truck.
You know, you're one of them.
And
What the hell with you? I'm doing it myself.
he's gonna be a big boy. Hello, Carlo. He's gonna be a big boy and drive off into the darkness.
Dang, it's darker than my sense of humor out here.
Looky here, everybody. Woo.
Look, there's a spider. Carlo, you ever seen a spider that small? I know in Australia everything tries to eat you.
He's gonna get up there and drive it.
He gonna drive that damn truck.
He's gonna go up there and check the oil for me.
They got you, though.
Anyway, let's go over here and watch Randy get in his truck. See if he can. Oh, it's dark.
I'm gonna see if he can. I'm going.
This is how he has to get in and out. Whoa, Lord, have mercy, it is dark. Let's see, first, you ignore me today.
Let me guess.
By the way, you're leaving before the live. Why you not like me?
Who's that, Olivia?
Of course.
Listen, I didn't ignore you. I just didn't respond. And I turned the live on.
Oh, Puppy! Hey, Puppy! Bear with me for just a minute. I'll get in here to the computer, but let me get this electric chair out of here. Let me, whoop, easy, you gonna run over me.
Will you give me my drink? Last time I left it on the back
I think.
of the truck. You want me to talk to him while you put the chair up?
I must be running over the, no? Well, I guess it's got to be powered. Got to have some weight in there.
Well, it's only one ass power.
Woo!
This is weird. I like this. Manual crank windows. But hey, everybody, listen. I know I'm leaving, but I just want to tell y'all thank you.
He doesn't want to be with us anymore. I shouldn't say that because I got on to him for doing that. I'm just playing. He's going to go home, and I think him and Madison's going out to eat. Let me back up a little bit.
Be careful, it's a wide truck. It feels weird having 3 pedals.
Yep, he's putting it. Daryl said seatbelt.
Don't worry. I always wear my seatbelt in my personal truck.
Olivia said grab the drink, so she was going to remind you.
Thank you. But everybody have a fantastic night. Remember, most importantly than anything else, keep yourself.
I did put the wheelchair in the back, right? And Madison is going to get there to help you, right?
There.
Let me make sure I put the wheelchair in here. Yep. Yep, you're good to go.
Love you, Dad.
Love you. You be careful. If you see that it's going to bother you, let me know. We'll regroup.
We'll figure it out.
All right, love you. You know how to get there?
Yeah.
And he's off into the races. That's the first time he's drove this truck since the accident. Now I get to take the wheelchair back in. Whee! I'll put it on charge before I go to my... Anyway, I need to get it cleaned up and get the bottom paint is what I need. I knew somebody that knew how to do it, was artistic, I'd get them to do it for me. I'd get up here and get everything going on the, Daryl, you know what that is? That's for my pickles and my ice cream. Thank you. Yes, he's happy to be driving. All right, let me see if I can turn this around here. And now let's see if I can get it back to my little setup here and get caught up. Give me just a second. All right, there's that one. Get over here to YouTube. Boop. Give me, like I said, give me just a second, get everything going, and I'll catch up. All right, let's see. Daryl says, "Hey, I'm first." Olivia said, "Ha ha." Olivia said, "Jerk." Carlos said, "What's up, Pops and Junior?" "Pape, what's up, boss man?" Olivia said, "You first one ignoring me today." I read that one now. Let's see, I read all these really. Let's see, Big and Pape said, "Daryl." Olivia said, "Grab the drink." Big Boy said, "What's up, Carlos?" How far am I behind here? See, grab the drink. Max says, "What's up?" Seatbelts at R3. Pape said, "Oh, it takes y'all time. It has to be a struggle until it gets better." Yes. Olivia said, "Spin, spin, throw gravel." No. No. Daryl said, "Man, he's happy driving." Yes. Now is that mean I'm caught up? Surely that ain't all. I guess it is. I guess I'm caught up to y'all now. How'd I do that, y'all? We are still live, right? There it is. Yes, we are. Okay. I was fixing to say, I didn't know what happened. I felt for sure I'd be trying to catch up real bad. But yes, he is very happy to be driving. This will be, like I said, first time. It's an hour drive from here to the house, so I hope it's all good for him. So you will never guess what I've done this morning. What'd you do, Pape? Man, he got 7 thumbs up, 8 thumbs up, 11 people watching. Let's see, me and Reaper got 46 deer, and now we going fishing. You and Reaper got 46 deer, and now you going fishing. Were they all bucks, or did y'all just shoot anything that moved? Let's see, Daryl said, Mormac said, "Tap the other account." All right, thank you. Lotus said, hello, Lotus. You just missed Randy driving off into the darkness. I can't say sunset because it's sunset probably an hour ago now, I guess. But he left. He was heading back to the house. Like I said, first time he's drove that truck since he got hurt. Daryl said, Lotus. Matter of fact, he drove that truck to work that day, to the shop that day. Olivia said, back? Welcome back. Man, well, it's going to be a slow. Listen, those are glad to hear he is driving again. Yeah, I think that he could walk, but they're wanting to give those tendons a little bit extra time to heal because he does everything that, except stand up and walk. Olivia said, "Oh, Jane's going to be isn't going to be here today." She said she was having an early Thanksgiving. Yeah, she sent me a message and appreciated it, Olivia. She did say she was eating with her kids and wasn't going to be able to make it. Lotus said, "What's up, Olivia? What's up?" Daryl said, "Lotus." Olivia said, Pape said, "Oh, there were all 14 pointers and already caught 20 smallmouth bass." 10-pound piece, or I said, Daryl said, "I have a premiere tomorrow at 8 and Monday 2, back on schedule, hopefully." All right. Lotus said, "Oh man, I better hot foot it to James when there's turkey." That's right. Lotus said, "I still have half a can of paint thanks to you, Lotus." Matter of fact, you know something? I didn't respond to that text either, did I, Olivia? I'm sorry. I just thought about that. Olivia said, oh, she just said that, sorry. Lotus said, so do interior trim. Dennis sent pumpkin on head for 400 joules. Thanks, Dennis. Lotus said, paint match your wheels. Dennis said, good evening, everyone. Hello, Dennis. Daryl said, Lowell. Olivia said, you ignore me too? How dare you? I just remembered, I forget what I was, loading wood or something. I forget what I was doing, and I saw what you sent me, and I was going to respond when I got done, and I forgot. I apologize. Pape said, where's Maria? I want to hear her complain about how you sit in the chair wrong. Well, we did find out that our time changes. Theirs must not. So the live's coming on at a different hour. Daryl said, that was funny. Simon said, hello, sir. Hello, Simon. Olivia said, Lotus, is it enough to paint anything? It's a half a can. Lotus said, twisted. Daryl said, twisted. Lotus said, half a can ain't enough. Dennis said, metal art. Lotus said, half a pint or quart. Dennis said, how's things going, Daryl? Daryl said, looking up, bud. So Liv said, it's okay, I completely forgot what I sent you. It was a picture, a drawing. But I really didn't get to look at it real good. I just said, I saw that you sent it and saw what it was, but I didn't really get to check it out too good. I told Randy I'd check it later, and I haven't. Then I said, I'm going to try to have a live tonight. All right. Pape said, yeah, I wasn't on but a few minutes last. Me and Reaper were loading up to all the Army trucks for hunting this morning. He didn't come in here long. I hope we didn't offend him. We were picking with him. I hope he comes in and talks to us. Lotus said, I saw the drawing. It was cool. He says, I don't know. The damn thing is the size of my head. Dennis said, I finally broke 960 barrier. Awesome. Daryl said, I heard from insurance. Dad said the adjuster, the building inspector has to all meet at the shop together. Lotus said, so you have half a gallon. Dennis said, Ghostly. Lotus said, that's plenty. Dennis said, Lotus. Lotus said, what's up, Dennis? Dennis said, ice cream. Yes. I want to go get me one right quick. I did just eat the hamburger. Ice cream would be good. Libby said, I hate you. I hate you. My head isn't that big. Libby said, Dennis. Hi, Dennis. Hello, friend. Hope you're there. I know that ain't how that song goes, but. Carlos said, sup, Lourdes. Whoop, whoop. See, Lourdes said, if your head is as big as a quart, you have a tiny head. I know where this is going. Daryl said, pint, quart, or gallon. Lourdes said, what's up, Carlo? Popeye said, I hope everyone is in a goofy mood, because I am. It's probably what I need. I've been in a pretty good mood today. I did go to the house and load up with wood and try to find some stuff to try to do some more woodwork. I did not find all my tools, so I've either put them somewhere I can't remember, or I've already brought them here and I don't remember where I put them here, so I'm going to have to go on a search. Then I went and got Randy, and we went and got his truck, and we ended up sitting there watching the movie. So we didn't get a lot done, but I did get the wood loaded, so maybe tomorrow I can build the door for the bathroom. See, Papa said, yep, anyway, Olivia said, I'm going to push you down a ladder. Olivia said ladder. Daryl said, perfect, y'all need that. Yep. Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of, I don't know, got in a little down mood. I watched the movie and then didn't really get anything done, but it does good to stop every once in a while. Let's see, Papa said, what is she trying to paint the Golden Gate Bridge with a quart of paint too? Oops. Let's see, Striker, no, not that I know of, but anyway, the Punisher says, hi, I have a question. Okay, long as it's a clean question and nothing vulgar or anything, ask away. I'll try to answer it. Papa said, what movie did y'all watch? It's about the football player that it was on it was based on a true story where the football player was a walk-on and he ended up doing real good. I can't think of the name of it now. But anyway, the Punisher says, I want to make a business, a small shop that sells a coffee. Is it good? Well, it depends. If you're in a good place where people are good traffic and want to stop, it would be a good thing. It just depends on location, really, to be honest, and your variety. I know several people that's got coffee shops. They do decent. Lotus said Talladega Nights. No. I want to say Cheaters, but it might not be Cheaters. But I can't. Dang it. Anyway, it was about a football player. Let's see. Lotus said, no, coffee stunts your growth. Punisher says, I named coffee for you. Okay. Good. Papa said, oh, you're talking about the movie called Greater. Yeah, that's it. Greater. I don't know why I thought Cheater. Yeah, Greater. That was it. Lever said, and a tiny turbo stunts your car's performance. I thought she was going to use that just a minute ago when you was talking about that Lotus. So I thought, I felt for sure she was going to use it on something else, but Let's see. Hunter said, "What's the best movie?" I don't know. That's the first movie we've sat down and watched. We did turn one on the other day that watched. Took us about 3 or 4 days to watch it. He kept putting it on. We kept doing something different. But we did watch that one pretty much from start to stop. But I haven't watched a movie in a pretty good while. Sit down and enjoy it, like that. They said, "Why are you so salty all the time?" That's what I want to know. Papa said, "Yeah, got drafted by the Colts and passed away in a car accident." Yep, that's it. That was the end of the movie. Yep. Olivia said, "Why?" Well, the end of the movie was them telling the funeral and everything, but still, yes. Olivia said, "Why do you have to blow up my phone on one day I was actually working, huh?" We were playing, Olivia. We really didn't think of you working that one day. I know that you said you were busy, but we were all picking. I mean, I know we messed up. We won't do it again, Olivia. Sorry. The punter said, "What's the name?" It was Greater. Greater was the name of the movie. Lotus said, "I text once. I text and she texts back and I text again and talk, but still." Lotus said, "One time, I think there was about 4 texts went off, but still." Carlos said, "Lotus, I was on a higher velocity stream before and guess who showed up?" Let's see, the Punisher said, "Did you watch Breaking Bad?" Yes, I did watch Breaking Bad. I liked it. Leaver said, "Then ignore me and rest, huh?" They said, "Lo, I bet he was, Carlo." Olivia said, "Pops, I'm targeting Lotus. You're not at fault." Well, it wasn't all Lotus's fault. We can't let Lotus take all the blame. I mean, it really, that's not fair. See, Lotus said, "I never ignored you. You might get a short response, but I do respond." Olivia laughed. Lotus said, "Lotus has been getting hammered for days." Carlos said, "Yeah, I just ignored him." Lotus said, "I don't think RC cars have a sexual orientation that really got him going." Olivia said, "I have waited for a response for a whole day." Good things come to those who wait. Just remember. "Once from you." Ooh. Lotus said, "He is an asshat." Lotus said, "You got it, didn't you?" Look at there, look at there. You tell her, Lotus, I'm so mad I can't. I might have to go get me a drink eating these croutons. Lou said, "No, I'm not mad, I'm laughing." They said, "Yeah, 30 hours after I sent it." And they said, "Olivia isn't really that mad either." I know, she just liked to play she likes to play the evil victim. Carlos said, "I'm snacking on some delicious blueberries." Popeye says, laughing my ass off. People have to have thick skin if they're going to act a certain way. Yep, you're exactly right. Lotus said exactly. Mr. Lib said, I am mad about leftover paint, but I'm not mad at you for doing it. I fixed it was going to happen. It's better than not having enough paint, running out. At least you got a little bit left over. Which I imagine paint's not cheap either. Lotus said, do your dash and door trims in it. Hell, paint your fingernails to match your car. If you got enough, do your toenails. See, I'm gonna paint your head that color there. There ain't enough, and my trim is black. Well, if you ain't got enough, then don't worry about that little bit of paint left over. Get low. Calm down, girl. Daryl says, I'll be back, gonna shower and grab some snacks. All right, Daryl. I'm probably fixing to walk over and get me a drink. Hugh said, hello, Randy's. You just missed little Randy. He drove his truck back home. First time he's drove that truck since the accident. Hugh said, hello, Daryl. Daryl said, Hugh said, hello, Olivia. Papace, oh my God, we need help out here. Me and Reaper just caught 46 more small fish. My boat is sinking. Oh no! You better throw some fish back. You said, hello, Lotus. Lotus said, hey, you working? You said, hey, hello, Pape, and hello, big boys. You said, hello, Punisher. Lotus said, why you guys hate on Reaper so much? We don't hate on, we're just picking on him. Lotus said, what's up, you? I thought he was having fun too, but I hope we didn't upset him. Carlos said Nitro Pimp was in the stream too, Lotus. He said, I think OnlyFans has been drinking tonight. Let's see, Carlos says, up you. I went and got me a drink. These croutons need a little something to wash it down with. Almond croutons, that is. let's see, Levy said, let's go attempt number 3 in paper drawing. All right. So you said, how is everyone? Doing good, good. Like I said, it's one of them days. Didn't get a lot done, but I did get some more wood, and I did go buy the slider for the door. So getting, some days you got that, you got to do some running around and get everything ready. I think at work we call it prep day. Luther said, you want to buy another nitro? Levy said, if this doesn't work, I'm setting fire to those in Lotus's pants. Oh no. Lotus said, Sin's pissing me off. Carlos says, I'm good. Thanks. How are you, brother? Popeye says, we're not hating on Reaper. It's just laugh at people that lie because I work with people like that. You said, good here. Got a few grand ladies here this weekend. Help! You better get that building warm out there and go work on your LS. See, you said no, men. It's trying. There you go. That's what I'm saying. Get out in that building and lock yourself in. I got a wiring harness calling me. Gotta go. Lowe's said, drive to Randy's, Hugh. There you go. You're welcome to. Popeye, so you burn in your shop wood? Yes. Hugh's laughing. Yeah, we burn wood in the shop, and every once in a while we burn a tire up or two. Yes, wood. We do have a wood stove. Well, we got 2 wood stoves. The one up here on this side, I've got to do some work on the flue to go outside, and then we got a oil burner also. It gets good and cold. I'll fire the oil burner up. And let's see. Carlos said, Lotus, you think Hybrid going live tonight? Lotus said, Pops never said that on the internet again. Never say that on it. What did I say? Oh, no tires were burned. I'm talking about on the car. See, Dennis sent latte for 600 joules. All right. You said my tickle my right header, so it would clear the block for wire. I use Minimeter. Yeah, okay. There we go. Lotus said no tire were burned. No. EPA assholes, we eat you alive. Yes, I know what you're saying. But I was talking about tire smoke, but I do know what you're saying. Carlos got me sleeping and Randy think he was driving there. Popeye said my insurance company said I couldn't burn wood in my house anymore. Oh, really? You said a sledgehammer, yeah. Let's see, you was laughing. Lotus said he probably will Carlo move work on the RC10 GT. Carlos said, cool, Lotus. Boy, tonight's gonna be a slow night, ain't it? There ain't many people out and about. Sitting there trying to think what I could do, but it's dark. There ain't much I can do. We got to see what the plan is tomorrow. See if we're gonna have a breakfast live. See, work on a Volvo. Hey, we did get into the car Volvo and pull it around, and I actually found a new head for it. I meant to call the people today to see if they take a little bit less, but there's one right here close, not too far from the shop, that's got a head that should go on the Volvo car, the one that jumped time. So I might could just do a head job on it, get that motorbike to running. I don't know yet. My buddy said, yeah, State Farm told me I couldn't burn wood in my house. Why is that? They said if the heads hurt the block, it's hurt. Yeah, I mean, I got to pull the head off, and that's what I'm saying. I don't know exactly what it done, or, you know, I was talking to somebody else and we were talking about it. Mike can pull the head off and see exactly what it done. And like I said, I was going to try a new head just to see if it, being that it wasn't that much money. Right, yes. It bent, burnt, broke, or whatever. And then, like I said, the pistons would be damaged or rod bent. It could, yes. I do understand what you're saying. As long as it didn't really, the rod being bent would probably be the only thing I'd really worry about, as long as the piston wasn't broke. But again, I don't know. I just something I was going to play with. I really want to take it out and put it on a run stand and see if I could play with it that way, see just what kind of damage it done. Olivia said, Pops, can we paint your nails? Wouldn't bother me. Let's see, I want to see it come back to life. I'd love to. Now, I've thought about if I could get it where it was going. Don't know what I'd have to do, because like I said, I've never entailed in a inline 5 Volvo engine, but I would like to see what it would take to pull it out and put it in that Nissan we got. And then die roasting tires. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Then I'd like to put it in that 84 Nissan with that little bitty turbo. Leader says, are we fixing the Nissan? Oh, yeah, I will. One day we're going to get on it. I'm going to do something with it. More wiring than Hughes Vic. Yeah, but I do have the donor car. So, I mean, I could really take everything right out of one to the other, I would think. I know they say where there's a will, there's a way. I just don't know exactly what I'd be getting myself into. Is that a Yoo-hoo? Yes, it is. They got Carlos said, is it a King Cab? Yes, 1984 King Cab. Valet, hello. Valet said, what's up, everyone? How you doing, Valet? Lotus says, can I have it? Well, it's empty, but I do have one in the drink machine down there. I just finished it off. I just eat a hamburger or a cheeseburger, and I drank it with a cheeseburger. Lotus says, what's up, Valet? Well, let's see. Slow night in the chat. Yeah, I see. I'm pretty on top of it, but today there ain't much being said. Everybody must be busy tonight. Pepe said, you who's make turtle head into the bathroom, my belly can't take. Randy's the same way. He likes them, but boy, they work on him. And that's the first one I've drank in probably, Lord have mercy, probably 2 or 3 months. See, eat Taco Bell with it should work itself out. There you go. Ladies and sorry, I ran into bead shaping complications. Okay. Pepe says they are good though. They are, but they will work on you. See, are you good in your pink? Let's see. Popeye said, so everyone doing tonight. I don't think that everybody must be busy or something. There really ain't much being said. Let's see, Lou says, no, I'm practicing on paper, jerk. Jerk! Let's see, Lou said, I'm just tired, it's been a long day. Yes. Big Boy says, or Carlos says, sorry, Olivia Bell, I forgot to say hi to you. It's a concrete truck at 8 a.m. this morning. I can't wait till we start ordering concrete. Let's see, you said, sorry, Dollar called to see what oil and oil filter to get for her car for the 15th time. Man, I know these papers and pencils to keep track. Hugh said, hello, Olivia. Olivia said, hey, it's okay. I've been keeping myself busy. You said concrete truck, long day. That's what Carlos said. I said I'd be glad when I'm ordering concrete. We got to get Randy out of that chair though, so we can get back on some other content, try to get some good content going. Carlos said, bravo, Olivia. Olivia said, hey, you're working tonight. Hugh said, have the head surfaced. Lotus said, it was a long day. Hugh said, nope, Olivia. He said that there's a bunch of females at the house. You said have the head surface. You talking about on the Volvo? Olivia said, so, live? See, Hugh said, we had 3 of the 4 grand ladies, so I'd rather be at work. Oh, Lord. Olivia said, later? Question mark. You said, just kidding. I'm happy to have them. They grow so fast. They do. Baby girl wanted to come with us today when I picked up Randy. It really hurt my feelings that she couldn't come. And then she done that old sad face. It really made me feel bad. I told her give us time. Her daddy be well soon and he could bring her to the building. Carlos said, Lotus, I think you should tell Dimitri that Olivia said, I'm pretty sure Boggy has been playing with his kiddos today while working. Oh, really? You said, live at 8 with the ladies tonight. All right. I think Daryl said he did not have a premiere tonight at 8, so we'll try to send everybody your way, Hugh. Let's see, Hugh said, hit the like button, peeps. Yeah. We just jumped up to showing 25 people in here. I'd like for a few more to say something, but still nice to have me. Well, we just dropped down to 21, so 4 of them said, nope, gotta go. David says, no, I don't want to. What does Olivia not want to do? Oh, you don't have to. It's your party. You go if you want to. Let's see, you said, I ate 2 burgers tonight. My wife cried. That's awesome, buddy. For somebody that's been stuck on soft foods and stuff for a pretty good while, 2 burgers is awesome for you. I'm happy for you, buddy. Let's see, Olivia said, I'm playing. I was literally the 2 like. Oh, thought you was meaning something else, Olivia. You said, I know Junior Scoots is ready to roll. Yes. You said Saturday night. Did you hear me say that he drove his truck home tonight? We went and got it and he drove his truck home and that's the first time he's drove it since the day of the accident. Now he has to have Madison there when he gets there so she can get the wheelchair out for him, but he is actually driving his truck home. Matter of fact, let's see how far he is. Well, he's 36 miles from me, so it shows he's moving right along. I'll be glad when he's done with that damn chair. I know that. Pape, say update now. Maria Reaper and I have 220 bass on our boat. All right, with all the bass in there, did you get it to stop from leaking? Or you said it was sinking a minute ago. Y'all gonna have a bunch. What was that? All those deer y'all got to clean and go back and clean 220 bass. Man, y'all better, between the Loch Ness Monster and y'all really got a lot to do today. Y'all better get some help. You said everyone is trying to get the last cruising in before winter. Locks everyone in. Yeah, you're probably right. Let's see. AB, I think's what I call you. AB says, hi, bro. Hello, AB. Pape said, oh no, Reaper patched it and patched it up his toes. All right. Baby says, I am Iranian. Hello, welcome, Iranian. He said, hello, Iranian. And Lotus said, hey, BBA. Jane's not here to correct me tonight. Let's see. You said, hey, BBA, Dancing Queen. I was telling Randy tonight, since we got the shop down there cleaned up, when I say we, talking about Mike and Beth helping clean it up, that'd be a perfect place to get some music going and do some line dancing. I've never done line dancing, but I'd love to try it. Pork Chop said, what's for dinner? I ate a leftover cheeseburger a minute ago. That's probably going to be all my dinner. Randy's headed home to go get his wife, and they're going to go to dinner, I guess. See, Lotus, are you a dancing queen? Livy's got her horns out. Pape said, yeah, Jane is a character. Also, she must be busy. She sent a text to let me know that she wasn't going to be in the live. She's going to eat with her kids. And I believe Olivia said they're having Thanksgiving dinner early or something like that. So that she's going to be with them tonight. But she said she'll see us tomorrow. You said, yes, the Hullabaloo. Let's see, AB said, hi, Grandpiddo. And you said, between the dogs barking, the grand ladies bickering, hang me, Lord, I'm coming. Please take me, for I have sinned. These girls are driving me insane. Lotus says, you can hide over you. You said, how are you? Lotus says, come over. Over here. AB said, shines? I don't know what that is. You said, hello, Lotus. See, Jane is a sweetheart. Yeah, she's something else. She cans some good pickles, I know that. I might have to make a trip to go get some more pickles. Big expensive jar of pickles, but still. I'm wanting to go somewhere. I'm just wanting to get in the car and go, or truck and go somewhere. Let's see what we got here. What kind of name do I got right here? I see Papa in here. It says Kiss, Mary, kill. I don't know what all that is. Carlos said, is a type of wine, Bob. Oh, okay. Cheers then. Thanks, Carlo. I've never heard of it. It's definitely hard for me to pronounce. Y'all know that. Hugh said, it's worth it. Pape said, Hugh, hearing dogs bark all the time and at nothing drives me crazy. Yeah, I cannot stand a damn darkened dog. Now, if the dog's barking because somebody's approaching or something like that, that's different. But just to bark, to be barking, that pisses me off. Hugh said, that's gibberish. Lotus says, let's see. Hugh said, I hate a happy dog. I hate one barking all the time, old nappy ass thing. I went in the house today and one there at the house started yapping. And I don't talk to them. I didn't want the dogs. They ain't my dogs. I don't want nothing to do with them. They started barking. I told the old yard rats to shut up. Hugh said, they bark at everything except when my car got stolen. Oh, shit. Reaper! Meow! Hello, Reaper. Lotus said, Reaper. Hugh said, hello, Reaper. How's your fishing doing, Reaper? Are you hunting? What we got going on tonight? I told everybody I hope we didn't offend you. We did ride you pretty hard the other night. I hope we didn't upset you. We were just playing. Pape said a Chihuahua is the worst ankle bite. I cannot stand a damn Chihuahua. Dang things. That's all they are is damn ankle biters and yappers. Yap, 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 yap. Reaper said my dog barked when my house was broken into. Kenny said, hi, NDP. How are y'all doing? It's a fine day. Got a foot of snow here in northern Canada. Yuck. Man, a foot of snow. Awesome. Which you probably don't like it. Don't get me wrong. But that would shut this place down around here. Let's see. Olivia said, Worcestershire sauce. Okay. Lotus said, the Worcestershire sauce. Kenny said, nope, snow is not good. I like to see it come and go, but I'd rather see summertime. I do not like cold weather. Snow's beautiful, don't get me wrong, and I love to listen to it after it drops and it makes everything silent. I like that, but I don't care nothing for it. I mean, unless I'm on a four-wheeler or something like that, that's fun, but I just assume not do it. Hugh said, I paid $1,800 for a 1.5 pound teacup mutt. Then it got stolen. I cried so she didn't see I was happy. Damn you. Reaper says, and y'all are all right. All right. Thank you, Reaper. Like I said, we were just playing. Lotus says, I have snow coming tomorrow night. Olivia says, you want to try and say that again, Pops? Nope, I do not. I might offend somebody. You said, I cried for happiness. Up a mutt. Let's see, Kenny said, even the guard dogs hate it. They forgot last winter. Yeah. Reaper said, I paid $2,000 for my canoe. My cane horse and puppy back 12 years ago. I messed that up too, didn't I, Reaper? See, you said, if the snow falls, you said falls in the air, the city closes. Oh, yeah. I can't give that kind of money for a dog. Good Lord. Reaper said, I miss that dog. I told Randy the other day I wouldn't mind. I really don't want another animal. I really don't. But I wouldn't mind another Great Dane for here. See, Hugh says, and it's a military base. What the? Reaper sent for 1,000 joules. All right. Oh, got me a puppy running around. Lotus says, "You want a shop?" No, I do not want a shop cat. I don't like cats. Levy said, "Ha! All my dogs were for free." Kenny says, "I got a wolf, a lab, pit bull cross, and a big cattle collie." Cool. I had a Great Dane one time. She was huge, and but now as big as she was, she could walk under her brother. That's how. I mean, they were big dogs. I could stand her up. She was taller than I was. Let's see. Hugh said, "Yeah, I miss the yapping and chitting all over my house. Yeah, I cried. All right. Thank you, Lord." Lotus and Maria would love if you got a shop cat. I know. Yes, she would. I'd have to go get some Chinese food and have it sitting out on the table and tell her I didn't have it no more. Lotus said, then sold it to the Chinese restaurant. Mike said the best dogs are free ones. That's right. Let's see. Reaper says, I got another cane courser, but she won't be able to replace the old one. No, you have different dogs, but you just, I mean, you know, you can't really replace. Dogs are like people too. They got their own personality. I told you, but I enjoyed that video you put out. I had forgot all about that footage. Mike said, hi, Hugh. Hugh says, the three I have now are rescues. Reaper sent Pumpkin on head for 400 joules. Awesome. Boy, I'm getting some jewels up there today. Thank y'all. And I got, oh, Randy's at the house. Randy made it. Awesome. And I got 20 people in here, 19 likes. That's cool. Olivia said, yeah. Olivia said, all are mean to cats. My brother doesn't like cats, and yet he loves both Garfield and, I don't know what that one is. What other cat is that? Lotus said, Corson is okay too. You said, I love cats when they are owned by someone else. There you go. Mike said, Olivia, Lotus, and Randy. Kenny says, they watch the property very well. No one gets in. They burned our church down 3 weeks ago. These woke kids who did it. Oldest was 23, youngest was 14. But like I say, y'all have to forgive them. Man, I hate that people burn the church down. That's not good. What's up, Mike? Rumple said, hello, Pops. Hello, Rumple. You said, there is a stray cat lays on my chest when I'm under my car working on it. Man. Lotus says, how many fingers today long? Livy said, hi, Mike. Reaper said, Annabelle says, hey, everyone. Hello, Annabelle. Rumple says, Hugh, hello. Lotus says, hi, Annabelle. And Rumple says, Lone Rich, hello. Woo. Rumple said, how's the renovation going? All done? No. I haven't messed with it anymore since I've been needing to go back and get some more wood. So I did go back today and got some more wood to build the door, and I bought the sliders for like the barn sliders. So I got the stuff to start putting it back together. I got to see if I've got enough screws. If not, I'm gonna have to make a trip and go buy a box of screws. Let's see. Andrew says, "Love that orange neon shirt. You do construction?" No, this is our business here. The Never Done Projects. It's our shirt. But I work for the railroad full time. Me and my son both. We have to wear high vis safety yellow shirts. Reaper said, man, I stole first. Wow. Yeah, you did. You jumped right on in there. Popeye said, Reaper, how was the hunting and fishing today? I heard y'all got a lot today. Hugh said, hi, Viz PPE. That's right. Rumple said, saw something about taking revenge on the tree that hurt Randy Jr. Was it fed into a shredder? No, actually, we just hooked it to the, that's what Mike put out. But we hooked the chain to it and pulled it over, and I've got it over to the side. It will be cut up and used for wood. See, Lotus says, you don't want to train sneaking up on you. No. Mike said, hello, Rumple. Andrew said, is that mandatory or can you wear regular clothes under the neon safety vest? Now, I wear a high-vis safety shirt. I buy it. I pay for it out of my own pocket. But they do supply the high-vis vest. They supply it, but I don't have to wear it if I wear a shirt. So I buy my own shirts. But yes, you can wear anything you want, as long as it's appropriate, of course. And it's got to be at least, short sleeves. It can't be up here. And it can't be torn or anything like that. But you can wear your regular clothes, but you do have to wear a vest. Let's see. Mike said, hi, Jason. Rumble said, hello, Mike. Lotus said, I thought we were going to make a table out of it. Now, I think he's talking, we've not finished cutting down the one that fell on him. That was a different tree we pulled down, but he was just making a statement we were getting even with the trees. Mike said, Andrew, how are you? Carlos says, I'm on my 6th shot of coffee. Carlos said, hello, Mike. Kenny says, we have to go. God bless y'all. Stay faithful. Y'all all. Thank you, Kenny, for stopping in. I don't know why I'm having a problem reading tonight, but I do appreciate you stopping in. Y'all be safe. Reaper said, I'm on my 6th shot of Jack. Lol. Mike said, Carlo. Andrew said, I work in construction, but I don't like wearing neon colors because of the weather here. I like my bright colors, but when you say here, where you do your work at, or where you live, whatever. Carlos says, nice, Reaper. Rumple said, I had a Q Pops. Are there still diesel engines running there? Aren't the lines all electrified? I think I saw some CSX diesels. Our engines are electric. The diesel is just a generator that generates the electric motors. That's pretty much all our locomotives are. They're big generators. But the diesel only runs the generators. The generators run the electric motors. Popeye said, yeah, PPE is important. Definitely at my job, climbing ladders and boom lifts. Yes. Kenny said, you as well. Peace. Lotus said, I install windows and doors. Our company shirts are black. Andrew said, I work in Compton. I don't know where that is. Rumple said, maybe diesel gives more traction or towing capacity. Like I said, the diesel is just to run the generators. What turns the wheels are big old electric motors. And if they start to spin, it blows sand out on the wheels, so the wheels get traction on the metal. Reaper said, I got to go. Y'all have to pick up Annabelle. All right, be safe, Reaper. Thank you for stopping in. Lotus said, he means electric like the subway. Yeah, when he's talking about the lines, I'm talking about they're electric motors, but it's a generator. We don't have the lines overhead. Andrew said, what brand of tools do you prefer? I like Milwaukee, if you're talking about electric tools. Lotus said, third rail electrified. Rumble said, oh, cool, learning new things. Reaper said, and remember to keep it silly. That's right, Reaper. Olivia said, back. Let's see, Mike said, I hate black shirts. They're hot and they show every speck of dust. Yes. Carlos said, those NYC subs are full of weirdos. Yes. I've never been, but I say that, but all I know is what I see on the movies and people tell me. So I guess it's not really fair for me to say that. But Olivia said, you see my playing pops? Lotus says, yeah, but they look cool, Mike. Yes, Lotus says, I wear black anyway. Rumple says, I love black. Most of my clothes are black. That's cool. Let me respond so I don't forget. Let's see. I like it, but they are hot. But y'all know me. I like my orange. Lotus said, Rumple gets it. Popeye said, I had to train a guy last week, and after the lift went to 30 foot, he flipped out, and I told me the super he won't going to work out. I can only imagine. I know when we borrowed that lift to cut the trees down at Randy's house, I don't like it way up there, not in the lift. Rumple says, plus it compliments my soul. There you go, Rumple. Olivia said, class paper sucks. Andrew said, does OSHA does a safety check every day where you work? Because here where I work, he makes us do routine each morning before starting work. We don't really have OSHA. I mean, they can come in, but we got FRA, the federal stuff. We got to do what we say. The federal guys can walk in on us like that, just like OSHA can on y'all. But yes, OSHA can come in, but we have the FRA. Lowe's said, Lowell, 30 foot isn't even as far as they go. Lowe's said, no, they do not. Lowe's said, paper does suck. Lotus said, I did have to take OSHA safety classes at one point. I think I do better when the live's really going. I think I read better when I slow down. I mess up a lot. Olivia said, OSHA would hate my brother and only my brother. And said, Lotus, let Joe try to say we doing Zumba this morning. There you go. Andrew said, OSHA are ducking peaches. They make us wear safety glasses and gloves all day. We got a chart for every job that we do. It's got different PPE on it. Like if I run a chainsaw, I'm supposed to wear a helmet. I'm supposed to wear glasses, a helmet, a face shield, leggings, and I think I got to wear a jacket on running the chainsaw. Cover my arms and gloves. So we got whatever job we're supposed to be performing. We got a paper. We're supposed to go by that list. SD said, hi. Hello, SD. Let's see. Rumpel says, but regulations are a good thing. It may be hideous, but it protects against accident. Exactly, it does. I mean, there's a reason for it, and usually the rules are written in blood. Somebody got hurt for the rules. Now, I really believe the rules are to protect the company. Not they don't really care if you get hurt, as long as they don't have to pay. But it's to protect them, because if you do something wrong, they can say you knew better. Pape said, I shoot the bottom lift one time as a part of the training course, and he flipped out. Oh, huh. Let's see. Lotus says, man, I am glad I don't have to do that stuff. Hugh said, hello, Andrew. Hello, SD, said Hugh. Lotus says, we do safety, but not that extent. Carlos says, I'm back. Y'all just had high blood sugar, took some meds. Hugh said, canceled live. Grandma is not feeling well. Man, I hope she gets to feeling better. Lotus says, we are just singing the song. Jesus, hello, Jesus. Jesus says, hello, guys. Lotus says, time to do some sketchy shit. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Hope I get away with it. Doo-dah-da-doo-dah-day. Andrew said, one day a plumber was drilling holes for gas pipe with a corded Milwaukee hole, and the glove got stuck with the bit that it made a perfect cut off his tiny finger when he jerked his glove. Oh, this thumb right here, I don't know if you can see it, it's split right down the middle. It will never heal. It's split all the way back to the line. I was drilling and it slipped, and I drilled right into the cuticle, and no matter what I do, that fingernail right there splits, and if it gets out below above the skin there, it will split and fold back. I got to keep it cut short. We pick around about doing fingernails. I used to go where my wife gets her nails done, and she used to do that one nail, and she would put some hard coat on it so it wouldn't split, and that worked good. And I always tried to get her to do yellow with the railroad on it, because she does some real fine artwork with the it's hand painted, but everything she does is awesome. And I wanted to do it, but she never, I think she thought I was joking. Let's see, Andrew said, you could see bone. Ooh, that's bad. Now, my middle son shut his, I think it's his thumb, in the car door, and it flayed it open. You could see the bone inside of it. Man, I know that young'un hurt. He never cried till they give him the shot to sew it up. See, Carlos said, hello, Jesus, my brother in Christ. Rumpel said, I used to work with computers and stuff. Only hazard I faced was blue light and occasionally fire drills. Jesus said, sup, man? David said, I was looking forward to that. Tell her I hope she gets to feeling better, Hugh. Andrew says, I don't like working with gloves because only girls like to have nice princess hands. Haha. Well, I like my gloves because I got these little things right on the side here, and my hands start getting rough. They'll catch on everything, especially in the winter. They'll dry out. But now, I usually try to wear gloves. Rumble said, I had my legs, pinky toe ripped up in kickboxing during childhood, Pops. The inner white bone was showing. I quit that day. Ooh! I had my legs, pinky toe ripped up. Ooh, man, that makes my leg hurt just reading that. Lotus said, I got dry hands right now. I keep them, especially right here in the palm. If I don't keep lotion and stuff on it, they will just sit right there and crack, and they hurt all the time. Matter of fact, if you ever see me doing like that, it's my knife's in my pocket and I'm scratching that part of my hand that itches. and it usually does it because it's dry. Let's see. Olivia said, inking time. Wish me luck. Good luck. Lotus says, concrete slaps the moisture right out of them. I bet so. It snaps. Yes. Sorry. Lotus said, working hands cream in the green jar. I do have that. I keep that. I carry that with me in my lunchbox. Miracle stuff. Rumpel said, best of luck, Olivia. Andrew said, Lotus, I have my right hand dry too. If I want, haha. Lotus said, good luck. Popeye said, yeah, when you smash the nail, the blood collects under the nail. I usually drill a small hole to relieve the pressure. I'm glad you said that, Popeye, because a lot of people think I'm crazy. If when it's purple like that, it won't come out. If you'll take a little bitty drill bit, a sharp one, and just sit there and hand drill it in, it'll release that blood out from under that fingernail, and it really relieves the pressure and quits hurting. It don't hurt near as bad. Carlos said, good luck, Liv. Andrew said, hey, Pops, is a ditch when you hit you nail with a hammer, especially every morning when it's cold. Yes, I would imagine so. Lakers says, happy Saturday, everyone. How you doing, Lakers? Rumpel said, hey, even doctors do that, even for fluid buildups. I got a shirt. It's black and on the it's a Dr. Pepper shirt, and it said, "Trust me, I'm a doctor." I think that's cool. You would think I was for the things I do, which I know that it's just been taught me over the years. But you know, if you jam your finger, I used to pop my kids' fingers back out when they jam them. Like I was really hoping. Baby girl had a loose tooth. I was hoping I'd get to see her and I was going to show her a trick how to pull it, and she could pull it herself, but the little turkey pulled it herself, just reached there and pulled it right out. Andrew said, I would just let my nail grow and let the purple go away. Yeah, but as soon as you do it, it hurts. You can just feel it throbbing. And that throbbing is where that blood is putting pressure under your thumbnail. That's the reason we do it, to relieve the pressure. Rumpel said, I'm fed. I ate dinner twice already. Cool. Like I said, I had leftover burger. As a matter of fact, I had 2 burgers left and some bacon. And I put it on down there on the wood stove. And I ate one of the burgers and several pieces of bacon sitting there watching that movie. So I'll probably have to throw the other burger away. I'm kind of full, so I doubt I'll eat it. And I don't need to reheat it again. Rumble said, barbecue tomorrow. That sounds good. I wonder if I can get Beth to come make some more barbecue. She did some good barbecue. If they leave now, they could be here in time. Do y'all think? if Mike and Beth left right now, they can be here tomorrow in time to put the barbecue on, and then head on home later on. What do y'all think? Andrew said, damn, that sounds good. Now I'm thinking how Canes would taste in that wooden oven. There you go. Lotus said, I'm making spaghetti. That sounds good too. You gonna have big old meatballs in there? Or just spaghetti with meat? I know it sounds weird, but I like spaghetti with meatballs, but I also like meat in there too to mix with it. And then I'll cut the big old meatballs up. Just ground. Well, that's good too. I do like a good spaghetti. But now you don't see me go anywhere and order it like off the menu. Let's see. Livy says, no, they're going to be tiny like his turbo. Mike said, we're flying next time. Let me know where to come pick you up. Lotus says, I like meatballs too, but I don't have any sausage. Beth said, laughing. Well, when y'all start to fly, y'all let me know. I'll go buy a crock pot and I'll have it here for Beth. Let's see. Andrew said, I would do spaghetti with pieces of bacon and I don't know what that is, on top of it with mozzarella cheese. You're going to have to help me out what the ASADA, I don't know what that is. Rumple says, I'm off meat. I just eat some eggs. It's yummy. Beth said, if we come now, we're flying. There you go. Papa said, has anyone noticed how wall meats taste terrible? I don't buy mine from there. Lotus said, steaks, Pops. Oh, okay. Is that what it is? Steak. All right. I got you now. Thank you, Lotus. Andrew said, King steak is the type of meat you use like. All right. Appreciate it. Lotus says, all Walmart foods taste horrible. Mike's laughing. I tell you what, when I went and picked up Randy today, I let him drive coming back. I took me a little short nap. I'm about ready for another one. I don't know how much of a short nap I'll take. If I lay down now, I might not get up till in the morning. Carlos Lotus, I reported I only should two he is using. Lotus says it probably won't do any good. Protected troll, spy, Carlo. Andrew said Walmart food is good. Lotus, when you already tried all the foods around your house. Rumpel said, well, 6 a.m. ready. I'm bailing. Catch y'all later. See you, Rumpel. Thank you for stopping in. Thumbs up and peace and wave. Appreciate it. Lotus says, I mean, if there's nothing else. Carlos said, yeah, Lotus, I know, unfortunately. Brent, what's up, Brent? Mike said, see you, Rumple. Brent, I hope you're doing well. Mike said, aloha, Brent. And Rumble said, later, Mike. And there's Walmart chicken wings and pastries are fired. Well, everybody, I think I'm going to say I do chicken wings last night. Cool, Lotus. Think I'm gonna hop off here and finish the video, and I might turn in a little bit early tonight. See how far I got to get on this video. I do appreciate everybody coming in and talking and everything. Y'all have a good day, good night whenever you're watching this, and remember, keep it silly. Thank y'all.